Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, my group and I will explain about direct and indirect speech. First, I will introduce my group and myself, Muhammad Abdi Rizky Bo, and my friend um, I'm Raihan Gifar, I'm Rico Orchavat, I'm Rizkul Mufaddal, and the last is Febriansa. The first point will be explained by Rizkul Mufaddal.
Okay, third slide is direct. So, direct speech is a form of expressing someone's words directly by quoting exactly what was said. In direct speech, the words of the person speaking are quoted directly and marked with quotation marks. So, for examples of direct speech sentence, she says, I am a clever student. So, have a quotation marks. So, indirect speech, we try to reproduce someone's speech exactly, including the grammar and style of speech used. In general, direct speech is used in narration, conversation, and direct quotation in writing or speech to give an authentic impression and depict direct speech.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad dari Korsafat. Okay, and then I will explain about direct speech. Okay, as for the things that must be considered in the form of direct speech, namely A. Reporting verbs, which report and reported words which are reported are supported by a comma. Okay, B. Reported words in direct sentence are written in quotation marks. C. Reporting verbs can also be called reporting sentence. Reported words can be called reported speech. Sentences that are reported. Okay, D. The reporting verb does not have to be at the beginning of the sentence, but can be at the end of the sentence. Okay, for example, he said, it is time to go away. He said, reporting verb, it's time to go away. Reported words can be, it is time to go away. He said, it is time to go away. Reported words, he said, reporting verb. Okay, that's all from me.
I'm Muhammad Rehan Giver, so I will explain about indirect speech. The definition of indirect speech is an indirect sentence that retells a sentence without change its intent or meaning. The point here is a sentence that is spoken to convey someone's statement. The things that must be considered in indirect sentence, namely the first one is the reporting verb and reported words are connected by a conjunction. And the second is in indirect speech, quotation marks are not needed. Okay, next slide. The forms of indirect speech can be divided into two, namely, the first one is indirect speech, whose introductory words are in present tense. Then, the direct speech does not change tense. For example, she says, "I'm a clever student." I'm a clever student. And the second is indirect tense, where the introductory word is in past tense. The sentence change personal pronouns and adverbs of place. Okay, I think that's all what I can describe. So I will give the next speaker. Thank you so much.
Baik, saya akan melanjutkan dari change from direct speech to indirect speech. Yang pertama adalah statement. Statement adalah sebuah kalimat pernyataan yang menggunakan kata pengantar. Bila pembicara melaporkan kembali apa yang dibicarakan oleh orang lain, maka kata benda dalam kalimat tersebut harus berubah. Direct speech, contohnya adalah direct speech. Ana say to Nana, I'm late. Jadi Ana berkata ke Nana, saya terlambat. Atau kalau misalnya diubah ke indirect speech adalah Ana say to Nana that she is late. Nana berkata bahwa dia terlambat. Jadi bila pembicara melaporkan dirinya sendiri, maka kata ganti orang itu tersebut ganti seperti I, my, and me. Oke. Yang kedua adalah question. Itu adalah pertanyaan. Pertanyaan ini diawali dengan kata tanya. Who, siapa, what, apa, when, kapan, and where, di mana, how, bagaimana. Jadi kata tanya tetap dipakai dalam pertanyaan tidak langsung. Jadi susunan pertanyaannya tak langsung menggunakan susunan kalimat pertanyaan yang bukan dalam kalimat tanya. Jadi perubahan bentuk waktu tenses mengikuti ketentuan seperti biasa sebagaimana bentuk waktu pada kalimat tak langsung yang berasal dari pertanyaan. Sepertinya contoh direct speech. Dari direct speech adalah Ronald asked Anning, what are you doing? Ronald berkata kepada Anning akan apa yang sedang kamu lakukan. Oke, yang ketiga adalah C, perintah atau permintaan. Apabila referred words atau kata-kata yang dilaporkan merupakan kalimat perintah atau permintaan, maka reporting verbs, kata kerja yang melaporkan, yaitu adalah commands, perintah, misalnya ordered command yang berarti menyuruh atau memerintahkan. Precept yang kedua adalah precept, petunjuk bimbingan didikan, misalnya advice yang berarti menasihati. Yang ketiga adalah request atau permohonan, misalnya asked yang berarti meminta atau memohon. Entreaty yang misalnya permohonan, misalnya asked yang sangat mendesak, misalnya budget yang berarti meminta atau memohon dengan sangat. Ya, dan terakhir adalah prohibition atau larangan, misalnya yang berarti melarang.